stand before you as a champion of light. He is part of a conflict between darkness and light that is both ancient and eternal. He is chasing a dangerous quarry, the Herald of Darkness. His evil doppelganger, known only as Mr. Scratch.
I'll catch you eventually!
Maybe. But what are you gonna do then? By then, I'll have had my hands on everything you love.
The man has been brutally spat out from the darkness that surrounds the shores of our reality. He has come to fight a decisive battle in Night Springs.
Hello, stream. Let's play a little bit of Alan Wake American Nightmare. I apologize for the bad frame rate. I'm afraid that that's the best performance I'll get out of this game on my laptop. Now, already a thing I thoroughly hate. Okay, so look, I am going to push my stick up, and the camera goes up. Now I'm going to push my stick down, and the camera goes down. Now this is perfectly fine for most people, but I don't like this. So the game, helpfully, has a way to invert this, which is the way I like it. It is inverted. Now I'm going to push my stick up, and it still goes up. I'm going to push my stick down, it still goes down. It didn't invert shit. How do you fuck this up? Anyway. So this is gonna be fun because I'm playing on Nightmare, which means the enemies take 3 times the bullets to die. And not being able to aim properly will make this even more frustrating. So, American Nightmare brings back my favorite game mechanic from Alan Wake, looking at stuff to make it disappear. There we go, that's a gameplay mechanic. Also, here's another game mechanic. You look at dude, and when they don't have a shield anymore, you can shoot them. So again, looking at something until it is no longer a danger is a game mechanic. So now you have to push a button. Some dudes have a bigger shield, so you have to continue looking at them. Since we're playing on Nightmare, they are bullet sponges. Now in the first game, those shadow dudes were people, normal people that we met, that would be taken by the darkness.
In another life, the man was a writer. He still practices that art. forging weapons of war out of ideas. But the violent currents that brought him here have scattered the pages he has written.
Yes, they used to be normal people that would be taken by the darkness and controlled by the darkness. They would say pretty much average normal things, but with a really creepy tone. So that had, you know, an interesting thing going on. In this game, the shadow dudes are just there because that's what you fight. Whatever. Now that I think there should be a page here, but I think the game keeps track of that. Where is it? No, that's not actually what I want. Get back to the game, please. Yeah. So, I only picked up 3 pages, but no, I think the first one was here, so I'm just gonna...
My name is Alan Wake, and I'm a writer. I didn't become one overnight. Like most writers, I struggled with it. A short story here, an article there. Then I got lucky and spent a year as a staff writer on the Night Springs TV show. It wasn't the great American novel of my fantasies, but it taught me discipline and craft, and the difference between wanting to be a writer and actually writing.
It's too bad it didn't teach you to be a good writer. Oh well.
The lights of the motel promise safety. The man senses that the solution to his predicament begins there.
I'm afraid I'm alone in this mumble. If someone wants to join me, you can go ahead. I am in Mumble, but no one is in this room. Anyway, first off, one thing that I don't...
Hello!
Why did I even say that?
Hi!
Mr. Hughes,
Hello, Mr. British. I mean English.
Hello.
Mr. English. That's what you like to be called, right?
Somewhere within the earth,
Ragny,
It doesn't make an awful lot of difference to me. I'm not Scottish.
Runs a steady flow of monsters. The man recognizes
Ragny, would you
the
say
hand
that,
of his evil double in
that streaming
this.
Alan Wake's American
He
Nightmare
knows
also
he's put
taught
an
you
end
discipline
to this
and
madness.
craft?
Discipline and craft about what?
Streaming video games, I assume. Or maybe is this the great American stream?
I don't know.
Chad thinks the narrator sounds like Zyder.
It doesn't.
No.
It sounds like a bad Rod
Stay
Serling.
here now.
Yeah. No.
I don't know, I can't hear the narrator anymore, except mumble.
I personally, when I hear Xader's voice, I hear, what's his... I don't remember his name. The main character from the new Deus Ex.
Jensen?
Yeah.
No, Zyder's not nearly gravelly enough to be Jensen.
I kind of hear that. It's not the same exact voice, but it's like the same sort of tone.
Yeah, I hear you.
Also, Jensen's not nearly stoned enough to be Zyder.
Well, I can't argue about that.
Not that that's bad, Zyder's got a lovely voice, but... You know, he and Jensen don't really sound anything alike.
Let's not get into that. Okay. So those are flares. You toss them on the ground and they kind of make the enemies not attack you for a couple seconds.
So what's happening here anyway?
I have no goddamn clue. This is one of the criticism I have about this game right off the bat, and I barely played it so far, but you have no fucking clue what's going on, even if you played the previous one. You
See,
don't...
I've played like the first hour of the original Alan Wake. I got to like the lumberyard.
Mm-hmm.
That's as far as I got.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up this page and let
I understand though from your Twitter, you're not very approving of Alan Wake.
It's kind of a dumb game.
The strands of webbing glistened in the beam of my flashlight.
Apparently
Fine,
he's
almost
Yeah,
ethereal.
I'm doing a lot of
They were
wife
fresh
beating.
and right in my path. I held my breath and waited, ears straining. Nothing. I moved on, concentrating on the task at hand. Just get what I was looking for, then leave. That's all I keep telling myself. For a moment, I actually thought it might be as simple as that. Then, I heard too many legs skittering across the ground.
So yeah, the problem I have is that you have no goddamn clue what's happening. Little reminder of what happened at the end of the last game. Alan Wake was lost in some kind of other world, dark world, where he didn't know how to get out, so he decided to write a sequel to his novel, because apparently that would let him out. I don't have any clue. And then at the beginning of this game, he's in Arizona for whatever reason. And
Have you been streaming the first Alan Wake?
No, I have no desire to go back to this right now.
Ah, damn it.
Well-
So, that means if I want to see it, I'm going to have to actually play it myself.
So it's not really a nightmare. What's happened is Alan has sort of gotten himself trapped in pretentious writer space.
Well, that was at the end of the previous game. I have no idea about this one.
Well, this
I
is exactly
remember
it.
at the first game, I did a lot of joking about how Alan had... For some reason, I got it into my head that there was a joke about Alan originally being a woman and then being abducted by aliens who turned him into a man, and the whole story was him trying to come to terms with that. I don't know what the hell I was
I guess
thinking.
it's about time I went full auto.
So, I unlocked a submachine gun because I had 3 pages, I guess. I don't know.
Thank you, D-Vac.
Maybe I'll stream the first Alan Wake one day, but I
Yeah.
really don't want to go back to that right now.
So, what this place basically is it's sort of a very
Whoa.
poorly remembered version of Night Springs from the TV show. So this is all basically his creation.
So he's not actually on Earth. He's not... Because, I mean, the caption said he was in Arizona.
Well, sort of.
Hey, it's you. There. You remember me, right? Emma? Emma Sloan?
I think you might have something that belongs to me.
Really?
A typewritten page?
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I did find a page like that. I don't even know where it
Emma,
came
you're
from.
kind
There's
of
all this weird stuff about
glowing.
the oil derrick and a satellite.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Not healthy,
Well, I
honey.
don't know how you knew I had it, but I guess it's yours. Listen, what's this all about? There are these really creepy guys hanging around the oil derricks. There's something really weird about them.
They're dangerous. I'm gonna deal with them. Try to stay out of their sight, okay? And stay in the light. They hate the light.
They're vampires.
Just to be clear, you should know that we haven't actually met before.
Sure we have, Mr. Wake. Remember you stayed at the motel here.
No, the guy you're talking about just looks like me, even if he uses my name. He's behind all this trouble.
Oh, I thought, now that you mention it, I guess your aura looks a lot nicer than his, actually. I'm very sensitive to things like that.
There's a bunch of stuff I need to find.
Honey, you should examine your
mentioned on
own
that
aura.
page?
You're
Well,
glowing.
There's a lot of old crap
Oh,
lying
It's
around
not
this place.
good.
It's
Great, thanks.
she's actually
I
that
think you should be able
kind
to
of
find
stupid
everything,
hippie
except
bullshit.
the satellite, obviously. Are you gonna
Yeah.
tell me what
But I'm
this
saying
is?
she should examine her own
I
damn
don't
aura.
think that'd go over too well.
Why don't you let me be the judge of that?
It might
Fine.
be just a
The
tiny
page is a
bit
formula for
radioactive.
rewriting reality.
If only
use
I
it
could
to
be so
close a
grossly
strange portal to a
incandescent.
place that isn't in our world, or shadowy serial killer monster things keep pouring at us.
Yeah, you were right the first time.
You can think what you want about me, but there's still bad guys around. Be careful.
Well, you might be nuts, but I've seen the way they move, the way they look. I'll buy that.
They're called Taken. They aren't really human. Not anymore.
And they're climbing out of
She's
the oil well? What, do
unbelievably
they have secret
credulous.
headquarters down there?
She's
or-
just like, taken. I'll
No,
buy
that's
that for
just
$1.
where the point of connection is. It's a hole that leads to...
You'd think,
well,
you
it's
know,
a really nasty place.
with all this
That's why I
shit
need to
that's
close
going
it.
on, she wouldn't be
And the guy who
standing
looks like
around
you
in an
opened
open
it,
barn.
because he was hanging around the oil field before.
Or garage,
He
or
gets
whatever the
around,
hell this is.
unfortunately.
You know, it's
Thanks
got
for
no
helping me.
front door.
Oh, I wish I thought you were just a nutcase.
Actually, I
Kind of
expected
exposed here.
Me too.
Survival
But I feel
instinct's
like
not
this is
working
how
so
it's
well, huh?
supposed to
Must be the
go.
radioactive
Isn't that
aura
weird?
damaging your
you,
brain.
really? I get that a lot in my line of work.
What do you do anyway?
I'm a writer.
Obviously.
What was that you said about my aura?
Oh, I'm very spiritual, you know. I can see auras, but I only use it for healing and helping people. I'm like a wise woman, you know? I give people insight and advice.
Look, just because I say crazy things doesn't mean I believe everything.
Don't be like that. Maybe you should take a few crystals with you if you're going out there. It might be dangerous. They soothe your energies and focus your mind. It's fantastic.
And they help me take out the bad guys?
Oh, well, no, not as such.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm...
Or I have some wonderfully potent herbal detox suppositories.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
good.
Jesus Christ, shut the fuck
The
up!
champion of light recognizes the page he got from the woman. It is a weapon of his own design, custom engineered to destroy the dark portal.
Only Alan
If he
fucking
recreates the
Wake would
conditions of
refer
the
to
page,
himself as the
a great
champion
power
of
will be
light in the
unleashed.
story that he's creating.
Well, I don't know that he's creating that story at some point. You told me, but I don't know.
Skippy. David Gonterman.
So, I think the page she gave me
At
is
the
this
oil
one.
derrick, the wheel had been jammed in place and turned until the oil gurgled and flowed thick and flammable. The warning lights were blinking in a fast rhythm, bright and steady, powered by the battery. The Kasabian CD was playing in the boombox, all distorted guitars and intense beat. High above, some piece of orbital junk or another collided with the satellite, knocking it radically off course. Trailing debris, it screamed down from the skies at an impossibly steep angle. All that high-tech engineering reduced to nothing more than a bullet that would destroy whatever it hit.
Dismo Die, I'm gonna spoil you the whole point of Alan Wake, but the whole point of Alan Wake is that this is him writing a story about himself.
Also, Alan, tiny point here. It's going through re-entry. There is no such thing as impossibly steep. It's literally coming straight down.
So there's a radio here.
Well, here you are, about to enjoy
Ah,
another
fuck
cool
it, I don't want to
Arizona
listen to
night
this.
with
This is
me,
basically,
Eddie Roberts, the host
there's
of
like two old men who are like rockers in the previous game, and your best friend Barry decides to become their manager because you disappeared and you're a fucking jackass and he hates you. That's what the radio thing is. And there's a TV here where Mr. Scratch is gonna taunt you,
This
blah
isn't
blah
gonna be
blah.
good.
And he's
So is
gonna,
that the lights of a city off in the distance?
I don't know. And Mr. Scratch kills a man who you don't know who it is just because he's evil, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, because if that's the glow of a city, why not just drive to the city where things are presumably a lot safer?
I think Alan Wake is, from what I understand, he's trying to stop Mr. Scratch and the Shadow Men who are coming out of that oil rig, so he has to stay here to do stuff about it.
Okay.
Because he's the champion of light, he can't just flee. So I guess here's something interesting. It looks like this isn't linear anymore. It looks like I can just explore this whole area and try to find all the items I need for my quest. So that's an aspect I can appreciate if that's what it is. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't played this that much.
The enemy tears itself in two to avoid the hated light. It becomes weaker, but more numerous. Such is the arithmetic of horror.
The arithmetic of horror! Okay.
The arithmetic? What? What the hell kind of line is that?
I don't know. Shit. Oh.
I mean, Ragny, I understand
Oh,
that
hell.
since
This isn't gonna be
you know
good.
you're speaking English as a second language, some of these lines might seem slightly less weird to you. But trust me, they're just as dumb in English as. What the
Oh,
fuck?
have we already talked about the grim calculus of fighting guys with a nail gun?
Yeah. Okay, apparently
Excellent.
I have to make them
The
divide
enemy
before I can
tears
kill
itself
them.
in two to
Yeah, I
avoid the
know,
hated light. It becomes weaker,
Twilight Zone guy.
numerous.
Shut the fuck up.
Such is the arithmetic of horror.
The arithmetic of horror. My god. Yeah, there's nothing more horrifying to me than Division.
Chase Neckbeard, I am not nearly French enough to be Ragny's inner anger.
Okay, you know what? The nail gun is dumb. I'm gonna pick up the Uzi again.
Well, look, Desmode. The reason is that, I mean, speaking for myself here, but I assume the same holds true for Ragny and Fargle. You know, we haven't worked on a sci-fi serial show, so we were never able to learn the discipline and craft.
I don't.
I tried once to come up with my own. It didn't go very well because it turns out I can't write for shit, but
Maybe you just haven't learned enough discipline or craft.
So it turns out I don't know where I am.
possibly.
Already got lost.
You're at the edge of the map.
You're in Deathclaw Junction. That's where you are.
Oh, I think that's okay. I think that's where I came from.
Ragny, the chat wants you to tell Skippy about the X-Bone and Congress.
I don't think it's the X-Bone specifically. The Congress apparently just wants to pass a law that says any electronic device that has a camera or a microphone that is recording you must specifically tell you, and you must have the option to say no. Of course, since the X-Bone is all about forcing connect, of course people associate that with it, but I don't. It's not specifically X-Bone. I don't know why I can't just pick up the nail gun and another gun. I guess they all fit the same normal.
Oh no!
gun
Don't go back
slots.
to talk to the crazy lady.
No, I'm just picking up the actual good gun instead of the joke gun.
And the last thing we needed was more crazy.
Yeah. Thank God for shiny things. Otherwise I would never be able to find all that crap.
Sharon brings up a good point. It's this interesting sort of thematic dichotomy of using a nail gun, which is an item used to create, and using it in a destructive manner. It's poignant.
Oh, shut
Are
the
you-
It shows.
Are you
Skippy.
I think you're finding you're reading too much into this. Also, a nail gun doesn't really create; it merely sticks things together.
In a creative sense, you can't build a house without nailing boards together, and a nail gun does that. It's the
You can
arithmetic of
screw
construction.
boards together.
Oh my God! I hate this inverted camera bullshit.
Can you not change it? That seems like an.
I cannot. I know. That's the first thing I said about in the beginning of the stream. There is an option to change it, and it does not work.
Yeah, so it's actually worse than not having the
Look.
option. It just teases you.
Look, do you see? There's vertical inverted. No matter what I do, it's actually always normal.
Hello, fossils.
Look at the controller settings, maybe, because that might just be mouse aiming.
It was. That's where it was on the first one.
Hey, Divac, you should get in
Oh, I
here too.
fucking hate
You're
you.
in the chat. You might as well join us.
Oh, there we go.
God, you removed the complaint I had. Now this game is better. Zelda on me. It's gonna go N64 game on me. If you go too far in the desert, you're gonna get teleported.
Yep, watch out, you better follow those flags. Equip the lens of truth, Ragny.
That'll probably be worse. We'll just insta-kill you.
Actually, that would be a better way of handling than just having invisible walls.
Actually, it looks like I'm just stuck into, like... There's, like, giant walls. Which is still better than invisible walls, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's in a pit.
Oh!
But what's happening here?
Watch
is
out!
This is
Bad guys!
Run, Alan!
Yeah, the big twist all along is that the whole game has actually been taking place inside the Barringer crater.
This is the part of the story where Alan's like, I haven't actually thought that far into it.
Oh. The fuck, Alan? Ow.
That pretentious bit of space debris they were talking about in that page you find, that's actually what created this.
Oh, never mind,
whole
there's an
area.
invisible wall anyway.
You're playing the whole game inside the impact crater from that space
Are you
debris.
fucking kidding me, game? You put actual natural barriers here, but there's a wall. There's an invisible wall. It's like...
Oh, come on. They could have at least put a fence up.
They could have just put more natural barriers. I don't see...
Natural barriers, unnatural barriers. There's things full of giant oil monsters. I don't know what the fuck they are.
Whatever. Okay. Just keep going. Well, I'm gonna need another weapon.
Oh god, stream, don't start tempting me to draw stuff. I'm actually on the mend now. I'm feeling better. And I might actually end up drawing shit
Don't
for
feel
this.
obligated.
Oh no, I don't. I'm actually feeling well again.
Especially for
Holy
this
shit.
game. Oh, there's a page, but these assholes are... I'm just gonna have to retreat. Does that count as a light source? Am I protected here?
How in the hell would I draw an Alan Wake JPEG? There's nothing distinguishing about it. If I just drew an Alan Wake JPEG, it would just be a JPEG unconvincingly wearing a flannel.
Okay. Can I enter here? No.
Skippy, if you're going to write these in the chat, you have to read them out loud for the benefit of everyone.
Sounds like I was streaming XCOM, then I would probably be requiring you to draw at least some things.
An XCOM
If you were streaming XCOM, I would be drawing JPEGs with space rifles.
Okay, let's pick up that page.
Or riding a shiv.
I know that when I arrive, the clarity of vision I have now may disappear. I've made my plans. I've prepared for this, but I know the transition from the dark place will be hard on me. And not just physically. It may affect my mind, my memory. These pages should help me remember and focus. That's worked for me before. Even if that fails, I think I will be able to trust my instincts. I'm navigating my own story. I'm hoping I'll know where to go and what to do, even if the details elude me.
Alan, your instincts told you to talk to the crazy lady. I don't think they're helping.
Okay, need another weapon. I think I found something. 10 manuscript pages.
enemy
one-shot
tears
this guy.
itself in two to avoid the hated light. It becomes weaker, but more numerous. Such is the arithmetic.
He split into two.
Oh, fuck's sake, it doesn't kill him!
They're multiplying? Like, are they... Do they reproduce via mitosis?
They're not shadows,
Yeah, I'm really gonna need the extra file.
is the thing. I mean, they sort of are, but they're not, like, affected by light.
They are. Light divides them until there's 4 of them.
Right.
That's one thing down. That was just messed up.
I found a CD. I don't
Photosynthetic mitosis. Wonderful.
This game have audio logs now? At least I found a gun. What is that? That's a page.
Does the narrator say the line arithmetic of horror every time?
It's not one time, it's because I died a couple times.
The reality we take for granted is
Oh, okay.
softer, more
I've
adaptable.
heard it so
than
many
we think.
times now.
Under correct conditions,
It's
it
lost
can reshape
all
it,
comedy
turning into
effect,
almost anything
unfortunately,
you
but it's
want.
still just
When it happens,
such a
almost
stupid
nobody
line.
notices.
Holy shit,
It's
another
not that
British
we
person
forget.
in the group.
It's that after the change,
Yes.
there's nothing to
Aye.
remember.
Hello.
Only those who have been directly touched by the powers that can shift reality are aware of the changes. Many are driven mad by it. Others can cope. I'm one of those people. And I know how to wield that
Now we
power
can
to
start to take
rewrite
over.
reality.
Make this a British LP group.
Get Lucas and Shogun and Manic in here.
Well, with me in here, it's merely European.
Soon we shall outnumber you all. Reproducing just like the enemies in this game.
No one's shining flashlights at us though.
So, where on
Not that I know of.
do I go?
We reproduce when people expose us to shitty games rather than light.
Oh god, then there should be, by, just by number of games done in these streams, there should be hundreds of us.
There are, we're just not all in the mumble yet.
I've been collecting pages, but I think I'm supposed to collect other things, like actual items. I guess maybe the disc is one? I don't know.
I'm actually Captain Fargle the 79th.
Were there 16 Captain Fargo before that?
Yep.
I mean, wait, what did you say, 79th? Or was it 17th?
There's a lot of us.
An army of Fargles, good god.
We are Legion. Legion. Going to make you all play Civ.
Will you buy me the expansion if you do that?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll buy it myself. Eventually. Probably.
You really should. It's gonna be fantastic.
I like Civ, I'm just not very good at it. I don't think I've been able to win a game above King difficulty.
If you ever want help, I'm totally on board. I can always help you through it.
Maybe.
If you wanted to do that instead of this, I certainly couldn't.
I don't really feel like playing Civ tonight.
But you feel like playing this?
Sure. Civ requires a special state of mind, alright?
It does?
Well, for me.
I wouldn't know. It's been that long. I can play the game on autopilot now.
Civ is the kind of game I play to fall asleep.
I don't really.
Sure, why not? There's a lot of games I play like that.
Games like that keep me awake.
Yeah, games in general tend to keep me awake. If I want to fall asleep, I usually just listen to an LP.
Yeah, things like that. But I'm just like Civ in particular, like is very good at holding my attention.
So the thing is, I don't have any clue where to go. I guess again, exploring is...
Alan should just write himself in the power to fly.
The what?
Seems like it would solve an awful lot of problems here.
No, you can't do that. You see, a story needs to have rules. It has to have
except he doesn't respect his own rules.
No, of course not. Because he's a terrible writer.
My point stands.
You know what amuses me? The first Alan Wake starts with Alan Wake talking about how fear is about the unknown, and then immediately after there's a tutorial section that explains everything about the Shadow Men and how to fight them.
Yep.
Like, completely missing the point that they were trying to make.
Yeah.
Okay, so this looks like a landmark, so I assume there should be something inside or around here. I can't open that.
Again, the story says that you're not ready. The story says that you're not ready to explore the diner.
It doesn't say that. The door is just closed.
Right, but the story, the subtext.
What subtext? I might try to just find a way in.
Or, you know, a flimsy little aluminium door like that, you could just, I don't know, shoot the lock off with your big fucking shotgun.
Well, shooting locks doesn't really work.
Yeah, because Alan's too dumb to actually write these things.
Well, no, it just renders them on. Oh my god. So close.
Oh, there's... Okay, never mind. No, that's luck too.
See? The story!
Hello, do I still have... I still have some bullets.
You're a bad writer, Alan!
Those things will never stop coming, right? They're, like, on auto-respawn.
Yeah, you're constantly on the run. I think there are, like, respawn checkpoints. Like, if you walk into a certain area.
Probably. I don't think I've been here. No, I haven't been Oh, so that ammo box, I'm fairly sure I took the ammo out of it. I'm fairly sure it was the same, so I guess every time I run out of ammo, I can just run back here and get some. Okay.
Huh.
I'm liking this open world thing less and less.
With no real sense of what to do.
No real sense of what to do, no real, I just feel like it's more going
I'm gonna laugh if it turns out that the solution to all this is just get yourself killed.
It's... So what you have to do is refer back to that page that...
Oh shit, Chrome just crashed.
That what's your name gave you?
Mm-hmm.
And it basically tells you a whole sequence of events, and you have to recreate that sequence of events.
Oh, I have to recreate. I thought I just had to, like, gather stuff. Wait,
Some of the Taken aren't protected by the darkness like their comrades. Instead, their aversion to light is so extreme that they literally split into two when they encounter strong light. It leaves the two halves weaker, but of course, There's strength in numbers. It's a disturbing development. The dark presence I faced 2 years ago was powerful, but it didn't have much in the way of imagination. Clearly, the same cannot be said of Mr.
I'll be back with you guys in a second or two once my couple hundred tabs load in again.
Well, that's arithmetic of darkness was so great we had to explain it twice.
Yeah, but this way they explain it in writerly fashion.
But
I have a lot of
why do
tabs.
they bother having writer pages and Twilight Zone dude?
A narrator and basically codex pages.
Like, you'd feel only one would be needed. If anything,
Yeah,
why are the
I agree.
pages read by Alan Wake? Shouldn't it be the narrator? The Twilight Zone dude?
Well, no, I mean Alan's the one who wrote the pages.
Yeah, but if he writes them for an episode of Twilight Zone, it should be... okay, what's the name of the Twilight Zone?
Night Springs. Night Springs.
No, I know, but the Twilight Zone... The person who did the narration for Twilight Zone, what's his name again?
Oh, Rod Serling.
Rob Serling. Okay, right, fine. Rob Serling. Okay, so let me check... Which one was it?
At the oil derrick, the wheel had been
New
jammed in
reality, yeah.
place and turned until the oil gurgled and flowed thick and flammable. The warning lights were blinking in a fast rhythm, bright
So,
and steady, powered by the battery.
These
The Kasabian
not
CD
only are they written in passive voice, which makes it exceedingly difficult to get through.
Skippy, what do you have to say regarding allegations that you are in fact Killer Man in a G-Pig suit?
Is there a boombox around here?
All I'm gonna say, Fargle, is sleep with one eye open, buddy. How about that? Something to think about, huh?
Are you wearing a star on your chest?
No, I'm not.
Oops.
That's one thing down.
Don't worry,
That was
Skippy,
just
there's
messed
79 of me. At least one of us is going to have an eye open at all times.
Excellent.
So I still don't know. I have to pull the oil rig on fire, I have to put the CD in a boombox, that's pretty much all I know right now.
Yeah.
But like, what's the oil rig? Is that the oil rig?
It was where you were. It was the place with all the oil pouring out of it.
Because I mean, aren't those things also...
No, those are fuck, I don't know. They're like pumps, the
I don't
derricks
know
or
shit
something.
about oil.
Where's G up when you need him?
Isn't he in a different room in this mobile?
He's making dinner. We're gonna play Shadow over Mystara later.
Okay. Tell me when you intend to start, I'll stop there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Geob's gonna be cooking. And then I don't know. I'm probably not gonna stream it, but one of them might.
Oh, I thought, oh, never mind. I don't know why I assumed you would be streaming it.
Because I always stream it. I'm physically incapable of playing a video game without people watching. It's like going to the bathroom. Really, I
sorry.
need an audience.
I shouldn't make assumptions like that.
It's okay, man. I think somebody will stream it.
Going to the bathroom and killing. Dun dun dun.
I'm not gonna kill anybody.
Gee, this is gonna be a boring stream when I'm just running around nothing.
Welcome to Alan Wake's
Skippy,
American
what do you say
Nightmare.
to allegations that you're actually a winter G-Pig in a Killer Man suit?
That's preposterous. No part of that sentence makes sense.
Okay, Skippy, should I go back to the oil rig? Is that where I have to go? Should I get some other
Yeah.
item?
It's some shit that you have to It's some shit that you have to activate
It's a
sort
little
of in
sad how
order.
many
So you have to
problems you can
activate the
solve with
wheel and
buckshot.
The wheel, right, he did talk
Oh.
about the wheel.
Do you have game facts up, Skippy?
No, I remember this from the LP. But
Should I be
basically,
getting game facts up?
well, basically what you're doing is you're altering reality to fit the story.
But I thought you already weren't on Earth.
Right, it's a weird pocket dimension. Just don't worry about it. It's explained a bit more fully later on.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure it is, and I'm sure it makes perfect sense. Okay, so this is the oil. There should. So what? There's a wheel somewhere. I have to turn around the thing.
That's a very, very flimsy oil derrick. Also, what the hell are they doing drilling for, like... Oil's such a lucrative business. What the hell is it doing in this kind of state? Unless the well is dry and this is ancient?
No, don't you see? It's shitting darkness is what it's doing.
Is that the thing?
It's the lights, I think.
I can't interact with that.
Not yet. You gotta do the stuff in order.
But where's the stuff I have to do first?
I think the wheel is on the pipe? Just follow the pipe.
I am confused, Derp. That's a really shitty oil derrick. I think with how much money is in oil that they would be like... Yes, Geon, the world's shittiest oil derrick is occurring.
Wiki BSV entree Dan Play Salon.
Cinematic dodge. Okay, so somewhere on the pipe. Check that pipe. Is that the wheel? It's not the wheel. Come on.
Oh, maybe you have to find the wheel? Fuck, I don't know. This is really annoying.
That pipe goes in the ground, and I'm not seeing any wheel on it.
I don't remember.
There's other pipes, maybe one of them.
Yeah, the thing that you walked over without being able to interact with it, the thing that had like the hole in the top of it, that's where you're supposed to put the wheel. I think.
Oh, I have to find the wheel first. But where is
Skippy,
the
you
wheel?
don't stream your JPEGs nearly often enough for us to be sure about these things.
Well, I mean, Fargle, my JPEGs aren't going to be your whores. I mean, I'm not going to cam girl them for your enjoyment. They have dignity, goddammit.
Sounds like somebody's trying to deny something to me.
Look, chat people, I don't mind if you go to GameFAQ and tell me where the things I have to do are.
Like the chat says, pay no attention to the JPEG behind the JPEG.
Ragny, was that a disguise call for us to help you figure out what the fuck's going on?
I just want to progress.
I don't think that was disguised.
Well, he wasn't outright shouting for help.
Here's what is there a point where I said I would never need help or or something? Is
No.
I don't think Ragny is capable of shouting.
I don't understand what your point is. So, I'm in favor of doing a big area that you're supposed to explore, but if you do that, don't do like a sequence of things that you have to do in a precise
I'm pretty
order.
sure that's exactly it.
That's just the most horrible way to do it.
G-Pig's all the way down.
It's kind of hard to read the chat and playing at the same time, because I am a very single-minded person. Minimap should have popped it for you. I don't have a minimap. Is there a button for a minimap?
D-Vac is part of the conspiracy.
No, that's not a minimap button. I don't think I have a minimap button. Hold on.
No, Skippy, you're a G-Pig disguised as a were-G-Pig that's disguised as Killer Man.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh my god! Make the game harder on yourself, why don't you?
Well, the first one had that really obnoxious UI, so I just decided to deactivate it because it was just linear. I didn't think they would... I don't know.
So you
sorry.
actually know where you're going now?
Apparently. I'm sorry, the game is better than I thought, again.
Wait. Whoa!
Frame rates.
Well then.
So that...
Okay, so there's the wheel. Or the valve.
That's 2. Just one more to go.
Skippy, you're entirely right. Doctors don't say tin. They actually say winking rosebud instead.
What?
Rosebud?
Not unless the doctor in question is like a...
The man has found the battery, but it is empty.
romance writer,
It
I guess.
will need to be recharged.
Winking rosebud.
Need to recharge battery. Now, apparently I have to talk to the crazy hippie lady.
Oh no, not the hippie lady.
Hopefully she'll die.
Maybe she'll talk about your aura.
No problem.
I'm pretty sure Alan's too much of a hack writer to actually kill her off.
Here you go.
Thanks.
He's probably just going to fuck him instead.
Listen, I don't know what's gonna happen exactly when I do this. My memory's a little hazy.
I don't even know what that means.
All I'm saying is you don't want to come anywhere near the oil field, all right? This thing could get out of hand.
In the
Also,
middle
don't
of
call the
highly
police or
flammable
anything.
Materials. Great.
I'll do my best to contain it.
Please.
Just
The army.
please don't turn out to be some kind of crazy
Goddamn
terrorist
exorcist.
guy.
Hey, I
okay?
hear
What's happening?
you seem to be about to blow an oil derrick up, but please don't be a terrorist.
Okay,
I'm sure you have good reason for blowing it up.
Wait a sec, I want to ask you about something first. What did you mean with that? My memory's a little
I
hazy
wrote everything in
I
advance.
had a pretty rough time coming here. It was like being caught in a tsunami. I blacked out for a while. It's hard to explain. There's a barrier of sorts that I had to break through. I was lucky to make it here with my wits as intact as they are.
So you might have brain damage, you're about to do great things with a magic piece of paper, and you came here from another dimension?
No, I'm from New York. I was just visiting another dimension.
Oh,
I'm from
yeah,
New York.
okay. My bad.
New Yorkers.
Lady, there's shadow people pouring out of an oil derrick. You think another dimension is really that implausible right now?
Well,
Also, you believe in fucking magic crystals, but
come on,
another
Colonel.
dimension,
Magic
that-
crystals is just nature. Shadow people is crazy talk.
I'm referring to the other dimension bit.
Well, there's nothing natural about another dimension.
Yeah, sure it is. That's where, like, the fairies and shit come from. For all you know, Alan could have come from the Feywild.
Thank you, game. I didn't figure that out the 30 times I used this earlier. Come on. You're just making me wish I was playing Resident Evil 4.
Goat, I'm pretty sure Skippy's going to do that for you once he puts that costume on.
Killer Man doesn't use a nail gun. Killer Man uses anime chest in the eye setting.
You would know all about that.
Much.
I mean, you've been very defensive about the way he operates.
I thought that was, common knowledge. Killer Man's MO.
Or is it? Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know, you tell me. Oh god, I'm seeing double. Full crusties.
Well, that's gonna be fun.
So you just made yourself an army to fight, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, you can... I think fuck him up with a...
Bye, Alan.
At least you got a checkpoint here. Oh god, no, not 2.13 meters tall. I don't think I'm even 2 meters tall.
Yeah, Skippy's about 3 inches.
Oh, that's tiny even for a G-Pig.
No, G-Pigs are about 3 inches tall.
Fuck's sake! Must have them. No!
They're considerably
Maybe the
longer,
babies
but
would
they're
be
only
big.
about 3 inches tall.
Let's make
You'd
the
think
dodge
you would
button not
notice,
work
Skippy,
for
being,
whatever reason
one
sometimes.
of them and all.
Yeah, the combat in Alan Wake was like, it was okay. I thought when they used it sparingly just to give you a bit of tension, but I mean, combat's 100% of the focus of this.
Awkward
expansion.
combat is okay when it's used to make you feel awkward, and when it's not something you really, I don't know.
Exactly, but in this one, like,
I feel like for this sequence, you really should have a grenade or something.
Wake is supposed to be Duke fucking Nukem.
Well, I have a couple things that could qualify as a grenade, but I use them a little more.
It did seem kind of odd to me that this is supposed to be like a survival horror kind of game, and yet you're being told to kill all the enemies. It doesn't seem like an objective suited for this kind of game.
I have honestly no idea if the original Alan Wake tries to be a horror game or not. Because half the time it feels like they're trying, and half the rest of the time it feels like they're just goofing around.
Malik, he's not 2.13 meters tall, except when it's a full moon. It's the key thing.
Gee, the CD being in the boombox seems such an important part of it. It's like, this is never gonna happen unless the CD is in the boombox.
Again, man, you gotta change reality to match what Alan wrote.
What about not write stupid shit?
That's asking way too much. That is not what Alan Wake can do. That's not what Wake's all about.
And, okay, so because it did that, the satellite is gonna fall down. You're fucking kidding me, right?
I am not.
Also, it's cracking me the fuck out of that sound like it did not burn up me at Christmas. I just rolled from a high orb. And they expected to come back. Shit.
That city is rocking so hard, it's making satellites fall, man. That's not how writing works, Alan Wake. You can't just write shit and then other shit happens.
On the plus side, at least you killed the crazy lady. I hope.
Did I? No, she's still alive.
Damn it!
Why?
Because, I don't know, blood still needs her.
It makes sense of decency to drop the spacecraft right on it. Preferably accompanied by humorous music sting.
Yeah,
I think I noticed.
It's great. I love the combat so much. We'll just pile on.
At least she's apparently been smart enough to close the fucking doors. Yeah, that would explain it. The satellite was built by Kerbals.
Ouch.
That would explain everything.
Did it have 3 Kerbals riding on the outside of it though? That's what I want to know.
I didn't see any, but it's there's
They
no
may have fallen
guarantee that
off.
they didn't fall off right when the
Yeah, they
whole
may
thing
have fallen
started.
off. They may have fallen off when the parachute deployed.
What the hell was that?
Easy. I got him. You're
Please
safe.
someone make a mod
I
of
need
this
you to
game
tell
that
me what
replaces
you
all
know
the
about
Shadow
it.
Men by Kerbals.
The guy who looks like me.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god, that would be the best
party
thing
in
ever.
one of the rooms. It was pretty wild. I'm not sure which room it was in.
You didn't attend.
No, I wasn't there. But it got way out of hand. Anyway, I heard that he went to the diner and there was a fight there or something. Maybe you could find out more from there. I got some keys that you could maybe use.
You just happen to have the keys, huh? Fine.
Gee, this is a shittily written thing.
Like hell. I'm getting out of here as soon as you leave so I could close up this place and go home.
Emma, you really want to stay here in the light.
Yeah,
Kerbal
thanks for the
Space
advice, but I'm not
Nightmares.
sticking around. Just go already, okay?
Are you okay?
I guess. Thanks for the help. Were those what'd you call them? The Taken?
I call them the
What
Shadow
are they?
Dudes.
It's complicated.
Kerbals versus
Short
Dracula.
version, the darkness can take people over. That's why I had to destroy the oil derrick.
I would so
Otherwise,
play
they
the
would have overrun the
fuck out of
place.
Kerbals versus
I didn't think you'd
Dracula.
actually do it. I mean, I didn't think it'd work.
I want
That's
this
crazy.
just as a mod in every game, just to mod in
Let me just try one
Kerbals
more
in some
time
way.
at the risk of sounding like a broken record. It's bad.
No,
out
not just
there.
Kerbals.
I
Kerbals
don't want
fighting
you hurt.
Dracula.
You should stay put.
Yeah, well, you turn this place into
the
an
background
inferno,
of
run
every
around
game
shooting
ever
things
now
up and
just
play
has
some kind of weird
Kerbals
games
fighting
with your
Dracula in it.
psycho evil twin. Don't get me wrong, you're nice for a weirdo. I'm impressed as hell by all of this, but enough is enough. I seriously just want to get out of here, okay?
You're the nicest weirdo I've ever seen. Goodbye.
You're the only person I've ever met who's as crazy as myself.
No, you're way more crazy. I just believe in crystals and shit. You believe in Shadow Men from another dimension.
Wait, no, I thought the Shadow Men were from this dimension. You're from the other dimension.
I don't fucking know.
Well, hey now, maybe this crazy woman is just also a writer, you know?
that a-
Maybe
is
she's
that-
trapped here too.
Is that a piece
That's
from
a
the satellite?
good point.
I almost wanted to help. Okay.
It's a solar panel. The fuck?
I don't think I don't think these things
Its
survive
existence
burning in
of
the
rage and
atmosphere.
Hostility.
That was definitely built by a Kerbal then, if that fell off on re-entry.
Oh great, physics object. I am so glad these things are back.
Excuse me.
Oh damn.
So I'm just gonna sit here and I bet you anything it won't be able to touch me because physics.
Well,
Are you're seriously getting attacked by...
No,
Oh my
can't
God.
touch me. Okay,
I
that's
do not approve of all of these puns in the chat.
You don't.
They're not
Gee, I'm
puns,
sure as
they're
fuck
rhymes.
does.
Yeah, but G-Up isn't here.
He will be.
The puns summon him.
if you say 3 different puns in front of a mirror, Geop appears. They have to be good puns though. If they're too mundane, he won't even bother showing up.
They have to
Beetlejuice.
You'll just hear really loud heh.
The scene.
It also works if you say
Traces of
3
violence.
facts about
A
rocks into the
callous
mirror.
midnight snack. a room key left carelessly behind.
No, that just summons a
The
rock.
man recognizes the enemy's
That is not a room
handiwork.
key, that is a ring of
I
keys.
think these are keys for the motel rooms.
Well, look, someone is really protective and has 4 doors.
That is still not a key singular.
Satellite and now this? That place might be involved.
What are you talking about? Mount Red Tooth Observatory. Like, what connection to anything does this have? What makes you look at this and say, oh, this might be connected? How about you open it and we check what's inside, no? You fucking fucktard.
Raging Ragny.
I'm pretty sure Alan thinks it's connected simply because of the fact that he just dropped a fucking satellite on this place.
But it's not it's something that's completely unrelated to the satellite.
Yes, but this is Alan. He's dumb.
Where do I...
As
Oh.
far as he's concerned, anything involving space is all the
those
same.
are motel... I had to go... Oh, are you fucking kidding? I had to go here to get the keys to the motel, so I have to go back to the motel. This is the worst kind of exploration stuff. Just finding keys.
This isn't
Emma
exploration.
Sloan was a believer in a great many things, most of which were entirely
Oh, is that where she
fallacious.
dies?
Oh, finally.
Well, that's
Emma
the
Sloan,
lamest way to do
an
it.
innocent victim of his dark half. More collateral damage in the
Didn't even have the
ongoing
decency
war.
to drop the
Damned
satellite
by
on her.
forces beyond her control.
Or even that
as
big
much
that big
as by
glowing
her
neon
own.
sign that started tagging you. No, just
She's a woman in a video game. Her death is enduring, right?
none of it's gonna be done that shittily. No. Come on, people, spice it up a bit.
Everyone knows you just can't care about a woman character unless the male protagonist is really creepily paternalistic over her.
I think there's a big light that I can use to make them disappear. Oh, right, or I guess the satellite destroyed. No, there's one up here. Okay, that's where I have to run.
Midnight because space.
Oh, sure. Go off when I need you. Why don't you? I want to fight these guys. Have you seen how many of them there are? And there's some of those dudes that defy too. Oh, come on. This is a exploding thing. Just explode. Apparently this one wasn't. Oh, I just checkpointed me into a battle. I am the greatest player. Okay, fine, whatever. I am indeed out of flares.
You know, I would genuinely love it if this game just ended
Oh.
abruptly with the Kerbals just
Fine.
flying down and beaming up Alan.
Just found some.
That would be the best fucking ending.
Oh, I guess that wasn't a divided dude. It just looked like it. Or, no, I guess they already divided and I didn't notice. So I just waited instead of things.
Chad, why are you fighting demon babies?
Oh, fuck's sake. I'm starting to regret playing on Nightmare difficulty. your gun, you asshole.
Alan, here's a thought. Just a thought. Duck! Flashlight gone. Duct tape.
He can hold.
Suddenly you have both hands available.
To do what else? I don't understand your complaint here.
Say tape the flashlight to the gun so you can actually use both hands when you're shooting.
He's using both hands to shoot. If you're
Wait, where the hell's the flashlight going then? Does it just
he's just
melt
holding
in?
them. Look, he's just holding them together. You're complaining about stuff that isn't actually a problem.
Damn.
Oh no, a dead person. And more keys!
It seriously looks like the
tortured,
flashlight is melting
dressed
into the
in
gun.
clothes that bore the name of a local observatory. A slim lead, but solid enough.
Also, God help me, I'm
It
actually
stirs
calling it a
something
flashlight.
deep
What
in
the
his mind.
fuck is wrong with me?
He knows where to
What
go
do you mean,
now.
flashlight?
I'm a traitor to British English.
Well, how do you...
You're being assimilated.
Hot on the heels of the Herald of Darkness, the Champion of Light forges on
How do you call
to
it in
see
English?
the stars.
Torch.
Does anybody cares? What's happening? Oh, I guess I'm going to the observatory now? Is the motel some kind of
An
hub?
observatory, a place for a man to witness the magnificence of the universe. But such insights are not what the Champion of Light is looking for. He has come
Couldn't just
to
have
find a
crashed
weapon.
the spaceship into the observatory and then have you go there to investigate. You know, actually had some kind of narrative fucking flow, but... Okay, we're here now.
So that's too bad they didn't actually make us drive here like they would have in the previous game, but I guess this was probably made on a budget, so whatever. Hello? Anybody here? Stop. Careful, this area monitored by Kinects. Main observatory, east observatory, north observatory. They're very creative naming.
Also, those are some ridiculously fucking bright stars to be able to see them through that cloud layer.
I guess.
Apparently every single one of them has gone supernova.
I don't mind. It looks prettier than if the sky was black.
No, I just mean the areas that have clouds in front of them, you shouldn't be able to see the stars through the clouds like that.
I don't think that's
They're
really...
stars.
I don't really care. That's not... Whatever, it looks pretty. I really don't think that's something worth complaining about.
You're being too lenient on the game, Ragny. You gotta complain about everything. Or
How
it's
about I
not the...
try to be fair and not constantly raging about every single thing when they don't deserve to be raging on?
Well, you gotta be entertaining. You got viewers.
I got what?
Anger sells.
I have what? Viewers?
Viewers. Anger sells.
And?
You gotta entertain them.
Your point
Keep them
being?
busy. Gotta make that man Twitch dollars.
I still have personal ethics.
You're not gonna sell out. You heard everyone. Ragny is not a sellout.
Doesn't my mini-map tell me where the... Oh, I guess it does, in a weird radar kind of way. It tells me where the pages are. Okay.
As a
Either way,
storyteller, my first real
it's coming
love
up
was
to 3 in the
crime.
morning,
And it was in that genre that
For
I
you,
finished
and I
my
think I'm
first
going to head
novel,
off.
starring the
Okay.
perpetually miserable Alex
Good night,
Casey,
folks.
whose entire
Have
life
See you,
was
Val.
ruined at
fun
murder.
with
The books
whatever
sold as
the
fast as
hell
they hit the
happens in this
shelves.
game.
I wrote 5 more Alex Casey
Good
books,
night.
and they all were bestsellers. I became rich. I became famous. Success brought pressure, and I didn't handle it very well.
I'm such a fucking white guy with my first world problems. Oh no, too much success and money. What the fuck am I gonna do? I know, I'm gonna abuse my wife.
Makes perfect sense.
Hey look, Shadow Dude.
Mr. Hughes sold
Didn't this game advertise new enemy types?
It's hard to even tell the difference between the enemies. They're all just moving blobs that you shoot.
I guess the ones that divide are new. In the first Alan Wake, there was really only 2 enemy types. There was Shadow Dudes and there were bigger Shadow Dudes. Then I guess there were physics objects that you just look at until they disappear.
Do those count as enemies, really?
They do eventually, because there's so many of them. They really become like a common thing. 15 manuscript. And I guess there's sometimes cars possessed by the darkness, but I would count them as the same thing as physics objects. Oh, and I guess there's birds, yeah.
I've seen the enemy, and it's me. I've faced dark horrors before, things that live in the unimaginable pressures of the world beyond our own. Sometimes they masquerade as humans. That's what ultimately lurks inside Mr. Scratch. He's every mean-spirited tabloid story about me, an evil caricature, a creature formed in that vague territory of misconceptions, half-truths, and the dark imagination of people who heard a story about me. An urban legend made flesh, a serial killer, my dark half, brought to life by the power of Cauldron Lake.
I love myself so much that my villain is myself. I am fighting a fight about myself. Me, 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 me. Except I'm fairly... okay, so Mr. Scratch was mentioned twice in the first game in very, very quick ways that I thought were just like throwaway joke. It just felt really weird. And like... the guy that helps you in the Dark World in the first game, in the DLC, he specifically... Alan Wake specifically asks him, is Mr. Scratch also part of me? And Thomas Zane tells him, no, Mr. Scratch is something completely different. Except now I guess he isn't.
Right.
So either Thomas Zane was lying, or the writer of this game just pulls things out of his ass.
I'm gonna go with the latter, based on past experiences.
Well...
I mean, that satellite got down because of an oil rig explosion. I have a hard time taking anything of this game seriously anymore.
Yeah, there seems to be a couple pages around. Let's try to grab those.
The spiders aren't really the work of the enemy. They're a side effect, a part of the Dark Place's less significant fauna that has managed to slip through the opening I made when I arrived. Less an animal than an idea that has assumed the form of an animal. Makes them no less dangerous, but at least they're a little easier to deal with. The darkness doesn't protect them like the Taken, and thus they can be destroyed by either light or bullets right away.
This reads more like a guide, a thing you read in a guide than lore. I don't know. So I guess there's another enemy type that's going to be introduced soon. Spiders that you look at to make them disappear.
The pressure of success got to me.
Oh, you
My wife
fuck,
Alice-
no, shut the fuck up.
You can only listen to Alan Wake complaining about being rich so many times.
I'm not seeing any more pages on the radar, so I'm gonna go in the 40. You really think I'm gonna come back after I have 40 pages? I don't know how many pages. I have 4 out of 16 here. I have 11.
The chat's being really malicious about you.
I'm Dr. Rachel Meadows.
They really want you to be tortured by this game.
It's you. I can't believe you dare show your face around here again.
No, it's not me. It's just a guy who looked like me. He came before. Believe me, I'm not crazy. So are you
His name is His name is Tyler Durden.
You know, he's being attacked by pretty normal people, firemen and things like that. If this were Silent Hill, you'd realize that you've been the crazy guy all along. And you've been killing normal people who just try to stop you. But somehow I don't think this is gonna happen. If this is gonna happen, actually gonna happen, I would like hang my hat to this game and say, well done, you actually did a smart thing. Somewhat. I fucking hate the line, they look like monsters to you.
Go away.
Yeah, they really
Wasn't me.
don't. They
I just
they
look
just
like
look like normal people with shadows all around them.
That's what you're going with? Please.
I'm trying to stop him. You saw those shadow things trying to kill me, right? I bet he got along with them just fine.
Yes. Yes, he did. All right. Come on in.
Well, that didn't take long to convince her.
These things that weren't trying to kill you before are trying to kill you now. You must be good.
It almost sounds reasonable. I don't know.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, great.
I figured I'd take a moment to talk to you. There's a party next door. I'm feeling pretty good right now. A little beer, a little fun, you know? It's nice. Listen, this whole thing between us, it's a little weird for me too, you know? I mean, we don't just look
Apparently
the
I
same,
am British
there's a lot we
man,
share.
according to the chat now.
I mean, up here.
I'm sorry.
That is my title.
I know you, right?
I'm sorry.
So I was thinking maybe we could...
So it's okay, I'm not exactly a well-known name.
Who are you?
I'm Fargle, yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm
That
kidding.
guy.
These guys are getting out of control.
Yeah, were you gonna tell me something?
Look, I feel like we're both victims of circumstance here. And maybe we could make some kind of effort to...
What is your point? What are you trying to tell me? Just tell me what you want to tell me. Stop, like, walking around the issue. How about you just go kill another dude for no pointless reason?
Yeah, I agree with that. This game really wants to be Max Payne, like the slow motion.
It is made by the people who made Max Payne.
Yeah, but that's such opposing types of gameplay.
Oh, whatever. Never mind. I wasted your entire time. Fuck you. What's that supposed to be? A model of the observatory?
It's hard to say that Alan's evil side is kind of a dick, because Alan himself seems like kind of a dick.
I think Alan is just talking to himself. I don't think there's an evil or good side.
I didn't expect to see anyone.
He's just a dick.
But I'm relieved to see an actual person. That's assuming this isn't some kind of cruel trick on your part.
But I guess I'll trust you and give you the opportunity to attack me. Where do I climb?
Doctor, the man who looked like me, what did he want here?
There's
Could
a
you put your
strange
gun away,
astronomical
sir?
event happening right now. Something I can't begin to classify.
I'm just going to wave this
But I think
around
it's
while I
disabled
talk to
our
you
satellite.
casually.
There's a very peculiar signal
With your
that we're
back
receiving.
faced to me.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, so was he.
Oh yeah, the
He
satellite.
didn't seem to understand it
I
at
have
all.
nothing to
He
do
got
with that.
very angry, sabotaged our imaging array, and now we're blind.
I mean, I certainly
I
didn't
believe the
blow up
event
an
is still
oil
going
rig
on,
that
but
caused
we
it to
can't pick it
crash.
up.
I mean, what are you, crazy?
I didn't blow up the oil rig, I just put a
broke is
CD
essentially
on it
just a
in a
special camera.
boom
We
box
can't
and the
use the
satellite fell. That
telescope
has nothing to do with me.
There's a replacement in my car. If you can get that to me, we're back in business.
Consider it done. Tell me more about the signal.
Yeah, like half the
It's almost as
really
if
dickish
something's
things
been
that Alan does are
translated
just
in
so
my
impossible to
screens.
explain to
It's the
people, you probably wouldn't
strangest
even
thing.
get arrested
It's
for
quite
them.
elusive, almost as if it wasn't properly there. I don't know how to describe it.
So, what was the signal like?
I wish I knew. He appeared before I had a good fix on it. He was very pleasant when I was working, but when I isolated the signal, he suddenly forced me out of the control booth. He said it was none of my business. He seemed to change. Somehow he was very smooth and charming before that, but suddenly he became... I'm
You know,
sorry.
that's exactly what his wife
I'm
told
not
to
sure I wanna
her
talk about it.
psychiatrist.
I have to ask, do you always wear that to work?
I was at a party for a local art exhibition. Fascinating works. When I was called away by my assistant, Michael was the first to spot this event. I don't know where he is now, actually. He was supposed to bring us some food, but he never showed up.
Tell me about the event.
Oh, it's quite fascinating. It looks as if stars were changing, somehow. Or shifting positions. It isn't really happening, of course. Most likely it's caused by some kind of atmospheric refraction phenomenon. But I've never seen anything like it.
So, I'm really not a fashion person, but please, women in the chat, is a lab coat and party dress a good mix?
That's the definition of business casual, obviously. The lab coat is business, and then the
he didn't
low
quite
cut dress
threaten me
is
exactly.
casual.
But those shadowy things started to crawl into view, and whatever the signal was, he seemed to be extremely frustrated by it. He just started breaking things and left. I thought it best not to interfere.
You were lucky. He's done much worse.
She was run away to a party, but then some
He showed
science
me a
needed
knife,
doing.
And he kept talking. He enjoyed the sound of his own voice. A proper maniac. You really aren't anything like him, are you?
Believe me, I try very hard not to be.
I try very hard, but I can't because I really am a douchebag. Also, another question that might seem dumb, but do you really need a lab coat to operate a telescope? Like,
she's doing science, she needs a lab coat.
Lab coats are for, like, chemistry and chemistry stuff, so that you don't stain your actual clothes. Right?
Well, that, and they're also just a way for people outside of the lab to know that you're a scientist.
Really? That's an actual thing? That's not just a movie thing?
I mean, I haven't particularly talked to many scientists myself, unless you count Evac as one.
Is there a lot of scientists that consider it like a uniform?
I mean, I guess it kind of counts as like work clothes if you work as a scientist.
Good luck.
Yes.
And try to be careful. It's a very expensive part, and we don't have a replacement. Oh dear, that sounded more callous than I intended. Be safe.
Well, let's go to that point on my mini-map.
This must be her car.
This must be her car covered in... Oh. Right.
And it's a spider.
Yeah, let's just take the most primal fear that humans can have. That's an easy one.
I like how you paused it as it was in mid-jump at you.
I'm trying to see how many legs it has, because I love complaining about spiders having not the right number of legs. But I can't really tell, it's going too fast.
It's also kind of hard to see when your light source kills them.
Yeah. Because making spiders with 8 legs is really annoying to animate. So there a lot of games just make them 6. Hey, some grenades. Or, well, this game's equivalent of grenades.
I mean, flashbangs are still technically grenades.
The spiders get cinematic dodges.
So if this is like Alan Wake's writing, does he write in like, and he dived out of the way in slow motion for every dodge?
I don't know.
That sounds like something a
I'm
hack
not
writer would
feeling
do.
very threatened by these spiders.
Are you supposed to? I thought they were just like a way to get you to move.
Well, there's a new enemy type. You're kind of supposed to feel threatened by enemies.
I found it.
But they don't seem particularly dangerous.
Directly below the telescope, so you can install the array. Don't worry, it's very easy.
It's plug and play. Just pop it in. I don't even know why they need me.
This game is really just throwing ammo at you.
Well, I don't mind that. Fix the telescope. Yeah, see, it's plug and play.
Brilliant, you got it. I'll just run a quick diagnostic on it.
You're so brilliant.
Alan,
It's in perfect order.
Alan Wake, certified
All right,
telescope
you're good to go.
fixer.
Let's take a look at the skies.
You can screw things in like the rest of them. That's the point. I mean, no, it's fine to just see the random ammo packs and stuff littered around the town, but why is there like a stored cupboard of ammo in the lab?
No, not overheat. What?
I have to shut this down.
Okay.
There's a problem with the automated coolant system. Somebody just interrupted the flow.
So now what?
Well, you could go and open the secondary
Wait,
coolant flow valve.
is she supposed to be British?
I know it's dangerous there, but...
I don't know. I don't know accents. I'm French.
Please come talk to me if you have questions.
So I don't know how a telescope works. So I have no idea if what she just said is how a telescope actually works. I don't know. Someone tell me.
I mean, she's saying that the telescope is overheating, right?
Well, I assume the motors that make it spin around are overheating.
Oh, well, that's fair. Because an actual telescope overheating is kind of ridiculous.
So I guess I have to turn valves around and it'll
Gameplay.
put coolant. I don't know why they need 3 different valves to bring the coolant in. For gameplay, I guess. Come on. Nah, that was my own fault. I just pushed the button too many times. Well, I'll say this, at least he's not wearing a tweed jacket anymore. That's an improvement.
He still looks pretty damn geeky, though.
Eh. Oh, there's a page over here. Yeah, goodbye. Oh, what? That doesn't kill them anymore? Yes, Ouija, there is such a thing as dick physics. You should watch Super Great Friend's latest X-Blick video.
What is it a video of?
A video of X-Blick games. And one of them in particular has dick physics.
I'm not sure I want to watch that. Boo physics are already terrifying enough. still haven't gotten around to watching him play Plumbers Who Don't Wear Ties. I need to watch that at some point because that game looks so
I've
bad.
carried a flashlight and a gun for so long that I feel naked without either. It's all too often that I need them. The darkness protects the taken. Shadows crawl over their forms like living things, protecting them from harm. Blows that would injure or kill a human outright mean nothing to them as long as the darkness persists. But light makes them vulnerable. Light burns the shadows away. The darkness that drives them is still in them, but now they're vulnerable. Flashlight and gun. Sometimes it feels they're all I have left.
Hey guys, did you know that you can use your flashlight to fight the darkness? I am so glad the game reminded me of that. Jeez, that was so hard to figure out.
Well, you know, a truly great game is one that never really stops teaching you.
I feel it should be teaching you new things.
No, it doesn't matter what it teaches you, as long as it just keeps teaching you.
So apparently the grenades don't kill them in one hit anymore, though that might be because I'm in nightmare mode.
Okay, that should do it.
It's gonna be a pain anyway. Great. Darkness. I have physics objects.
I mean, it's slightly less ridiculous than the giant spinning atom from before.
Is it?
I mean, a truck's it's a pretty normal thing to have thrown at you in an action game.
Come on, jump the fucking barrier, you... Man. Oh no, I touched the thing.
Oh, damn.
Okay, that should do it.
That's the thing I didn't like in the first one. Even if the physics object isn't actually being flung at you, just touching it causes damage. They couldn't like make a distinction between the object being thrown at a high speed and just staying there, which was ridiculous. So sometimes, at some points, a few times, there's doors that are controlled by the darkness, but they don't move, they just stay there, and if you touch the door, you get damaged, so it just looks like Alan Wake is hitting himself on the door.
He's just walking into a door after a long night.
Oh, come on.
Actually, you know, aside from the modding in Kerbals as the enemies, what I really want to see is someone modding in so that for all the dodge moves, it's just really ridiculous and over the top, like cartwheels and somersaults and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna just get rid of this thing, actually. If I activated the coolant, shouldn't your warning light be off now?
Is it working?
Oh, that's a friendly warning light, just to tell you that everything is going on fine.
It's yellow, it should be like
Nicely done.
neutral warning light.
Yeah, well, if it was red, then it would be a problem.
Happy with our success.
I mean, your flashlight is yellow, so maybe in this game yellow is good.
She said that with the urgency of someone who's lost her cat. No, not even.
Look out! Look out! The terrifying death monsters have
not even
gone in.
Look out! The cat is trying to get on the TV.
You better put out some, put out a bowl of tuna and maybe grab a shotgun, you know?
Hold on a little longer. I've almost got it ice.
Those are amazing physics!
They're all just like sliding downstairs.
The guy had the slide of his life.
Oh my god. Are you sure Alan Wake's not just, you know, planning to open up a theme park in this observatory?
Plus, it's good to know the Shadow Dudes are having a blast.
Whoa, someone's got to be enjoying themselves in this game. Sure isn't us.
Okay. Oh, I guess she turned on all the lights, so the fight is over.
Why didn't she do that sooner?
I assume this was the sort of thing where, like, it takes time to power up.
Sorry, I was distracted.
I don't know. It's the gameplay mechanic, survive for X amount of time until things saves you. Half-Life 2 does it all the time.
Are we receiving the signal now?
Oh yes, it's coming in loud and clear. It's amazing.
Are your arms
I'm not
stuck
sure
in
what
that
it is
position?
Yet, let alone where it's coming from, but it's interacting.
She accidentally glued her hand to the...
Like it was intended.
Because I don't think I've seen them move.
That could be.
Maybe that's just...
Look, some stuff happens with some science. Her arms are kind of fused together. We don't talk about it, okay?
This is supposed to work.
I think the signal is.
This is the dangers of being a scientist in a party dress.
Or maybe she's just really, really smug.
What do you mean it's incomplete?
It's almost as if
She doesn't really have any right to be smug. She hasn't done a damn thing to actually help you yet.
This is important.
I'm sure it is, but this is all we're getting.
Did the man who looks like me get the whole thing?
He locked me in, so I have no. He didn't really seem to understand it.
Bad Ragny, no.
What's in the sky?
Don't murder the nice
It
lady.
doesn't make any sense. The stars are just... they're wrong. I thought I'd be able to see something, but it's like I'm looking at a
I
sky
don't
that's
understand
just...
why they make you do button presses for what he says. There's no dialogue options. It's just furthering along the
I think
one
it's just
conversation.
that you don't have to listen to the whole thing. You can just walk away when you want.
That have taught me just to roll with some punches. It's either that or go insane.
Or it's like, to
I find
make
it
sure you're actually
disturbing
paying
that you sound
attention
like you're speaking from ample
and you
experience.
haven't just zoned out. You have to press the button to keep the plot going.
I don't know. I don't really mind. I think it's just like, there's more conversation, but if you want to go now, you can.
It's not a problem, it just seems kind of pointless to me.
A printout of a signal. It too is a weapon created by the Champion of Light. In its words, stirs a new reality. But it is incomplete, and yet it provides a roadmap for the man to follow. A course that will lead him to a place where he may confront his enemy.
So, was the printout of the space signal more story-based?
Alan Wake's going to space.
No, I don't think that's happening.
I wish
it
it would.
looked like there were words on that printout, which makes no sense, but whatever, this is...
The drive-in. Once the site of lurid celluloid fantasies, it's now the site of an art exhibition. And yet, it's the search for closure, rather than culture, that brings the Champion of Light here.
I will say at least the Rob Serling wannabe is less irritating to listen to than Alan Wake. Maybe it's because I just like Twilight Zone.
I think liking Twilight Zone more than Alan Wake is, you know, fine.
Am I hearing a dysfunctional relationship?
It's you. That's fantastic.
Uh-oh, I don't like
Go
where
away.
this is going.
No.
Is there going to be more wife beating?
But you'll get angry if you're here, so you gotta go. You know I'll do what you want.
What the shit?
Oh, that's great.
I love you so much. Did you know that love hurts? Are you gonna hurt me now? 'Cause you should.
Oh my god.
You got darkness on the brain. I think I can help you if I
What
can
the
do
fuck?
something.
I'm so glad Alan Wake
can't
is
turn the
here
power
to
back on.
help her
It's
regain
not
her
allowed.
senses.
You said.
So, where shouldn't I go so I can turn the power back on? Accidentally.
It's the big building on
I'm
the
starting
other
to
side
see
of
the
the
theme
drive-in,
here. Alan Wake
but
is
it's
helping
locked.
crazy as fuck
Where's the key?
women.
Just so that I know to avoid it.
Well, I guess the
It's-
scientist wasn't that
It's
crazy.
on the wall next
She was
to the
just
cash
smug.
register.
Yeah.
But you can't. You can't. Don't be bad.
This one is just...
Hey, no problem. I'm just gonna
It's
go
incredibly
do some
creepy.
other stuff.
This is like the
Really?
stupid nerd fantasy where your wish woman would be all over you.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, if you're trying to say that Alan Wake is a male power fantasy, then I think you might be stepping a bit too close to the truth of this game, Ragny.
You know what's the bad thing about that nerd fantasy?
Aside from it being incredibly creepy?
Well... Eventually she realizes you're just a boring nerd and she goes for something else. Not that I would know anything about it.
Alan Wake gets put in the friend zone and Redditors everywhere scream in joy as their hero is realised.
I don't know if I'd call it the friend... whatever. Alan Wake!
If it's a nerd fantasy, everything's the friend zone.
FABELARRE.
Hi, Ouija.
Just try to stay calm.
Hey, fellow.
I've seen this kind of thing before.
What's up?
I think you're gonna be okay.
Ragnar Bistream and Alan Wake still.
Why is it so
Ah.
hard to think?
Cool.
You've been touched by darkness. I'm hoping it's not
You've been
permanent.
touched.
Remember when you were here
Unquote.
before? And
You just
kissed
missed.
me?
You just missed
And then everything got
an incredibly creepy
That was
cutscene.
the best.
Is missed the right word there? I don't feel like I missed anything.
You cleverly avoided the creepiest cutscene.
And you're playing a lot of your
Good job.
classic material, but you've also got a new single out, right? How'd that come about? Was it hard to go back into the studio?
Yeah, to be fair, it's not over yet, so...
me? They were chomping at the
Ah.
bit. They were just itching to stretch.
Well, I'm gonna cleverly avoid it even better.
Because,
Because I'm gonna do this.
you know, they spent a lot of time in,
Retirement. We were retired.
We were?
Yeah.
No. We were at the lodge, and,
We escaped. We were at the retirement.
retirement thing.
Yeah.
So, really, once we got in the studio, things started happening. Now, the music has changed a little bit, and the boys were a little rusty, so it took us a while to find the right gear. But hey, once we got going, whew, boy, they kicked ass. And it's an awesome song. It's called Balance Slays the Demon, and seriously, I think it's their finest work. And hey, I should know, I produced it.
Oh, really? I didn't know you were a producer.
Well, this was my first time. I mean, they needed a little bit of guidance, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, these guys are the best. But it's the 21st century, man. Things just sound a little different these days. So, I kind of stepped in there, helped them make it sound all cool, kind of jazzed it up.
That sounds like a challenge.
Oh, no, it was really easy, man. I was just, hey, give it a little zing, Let's take it to another level so it really rips. Let's just throw some really sweet synths in. Like that, just kicked it up a notch. But it's totally old gods.
Well, listeners, you can judge for yourselves. Here's Old Gods of Asgard and Balance Slays the Demon.
Oh, yeah.
Deep in the ocean of darkness. In the mirror of light, balance becomes a stranger. And in your fantasies, he writes a storm
Hey,
on your peace.
just in case there's a part of you in there that's freaking out right now, it's not your fault. I promise I'll do what I can to help you, okay?
I don't...
Oh my god.
Please go away.
Just let it. I'm just saying that in case you really need to hear it, I've been there.
I think there are spiders in my eyes. I think you put them in me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go now.
Why is this still going on?
The man has encountered this before. People whose integrity has been suborned by the insidious touch of the darkness. He has experienced it himself, but merciful light burned away the darkness.
Yeah, no shit, he's encountered it before. That's all of the enemies in this game.
Yeah, people are touched by the darkness. I'm not crazy. It was all the darkness's fault. Oh no, he's using the run at you strategy. I hope I don't dodge. Explode? No, I guess that doesn't. It's not red, so it doesn't explode. You know anything about
That's video game
games?
logic 101. Jesus, there's like 10 different shotguns in this game.
I think I only found 2 so far.
The car seemed to sail through the crisp mountain air in slow motion, spinning around one axis almost lazily. The moment was hypnotic. Then it struck the pipeline in a shower of sparks, the impact turning the windshield into a burst of safety glass. As it hit the ground, I snapped out of my reverie. The car was rolling downhill, slowing down as every bump killed momentum but still coming. The fence wouldn't be enough to stop it.
Okay.
Oh, look! Mr. Hero's here! You ready to save the day?
Well, I would, but I'm not entirely sure what exactly you're doing. That's evil. Cypher trying to kill me.
Yeah, so far all he's done is just kind of sent shadows against Alan and made women really creepy.
I thought you were gonna send me a whole bunch of physics objects, but no, just more shadow dudes.
All the cars being thrown at you was just like him showing off.
How about you?
Like, look what I can do!
You could flatten me with the car instead of being a dumbass.
I think maybe he's got like a Riddler brain where he's just like, he doesn't want to kill you, he just wants to make it a challenge. Or maybe it's just, you know, another case of the writers being god-awful.
Which of you prefer, really? Well, I'm so glad I know how to kill these guys now.
Yeah, if it's a case between some kind of explanation and just the writers are being awful, then it's usually the latter.
I don't know. I like to give them benefit of the doubt. Oh great, more taunting. I picture the guy who plays Alan Wake as the kind of guy who really loves looking at himself play things and thinks he's really funny.
Yeah. Like, this isn't even creepy. This is just really dumb and stupid and silly. And why is it still going on?
Well, you know, when you shot these things, you just tell the actor to dance a whole bunch for like 5 minutes, and then you're supposed to edit it in a way that's watchable. You know, cut it.
Okay, so they just forgot to do the second part.
Keep the best parts of it. I think there's a page over here. There we go.
It's
I
been
have to
2
say,
years
despite
since
the
I came
fact
here.
that Alan
Being
Wake
that
is
long without
an
Alice
entirely
breaks my
terrible
heart.
protagonist, they're
And I know
actually
it broke hers.
making Mr. Scratch
I
a
know she thinks
pretty
I'm dead.
decent
How can I
villain
blame her
just
for
because
that?
he's so goddamn annoying.
It would be a crime to pretend that she owes me anything. She took all the stupid, self-indulgent bullshit I brought into her life and still stood by me. Still loved me. It's no betrayal. But I'm a better person now than I used to be. I want to be that person with her.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. What exactly has changed about you? Come on, just climb that.
You are gonna shit yourself when you realize what I have done.
Something.
Shut up!
That's okay. Cool. What have you done? Have you done something actually threatening or significant? Because so far, it's all been very nebulous.
Well, yeah, I mean, there doesn't really seem to be much of a central plot to this. It's just a lot of things keep happening.
All you know is that Mr. Scratch is evil, he's doing evil things, and you have to stop him. And any specifics are kind of... there's none. It's all vague and bullshitty.
There are like kids' movies with more in-depth plots than this.
No, not enough. What? I guess I haven't. We need a ban. Hold on. Oh, that's... Who do I ban?
I think it's Quaylen.
I'm just gonna up Grasslamp, if that works. Up, please. Why is the button not working? Alright, did you get opt, Grasslamp? Because it's not showing up on my thing. Also, I can't find... This IRC client might be shit. Did that work, Grasslamp? Are you up now? Okay, sorry. Hold on a second. I guess I'm gonna have to do it through the actual Twitch interface, because it doesn't seem to be working here. Say something, Grasslamp. Should be up now. The Twitch thing said so. Might take a minute.
Try refreshing a bit. I seem to have stopped saying anything anyway, so if they pop up again, then ban them, I guess.
Alice, my wife, the best thing that ever happened to me. She smiles and the darkness lifts. For her, I've tried things I otherwise never would. I've never really minded if it's made me feel like a fool. She's a photographer, and the world she sees through her lenses is unique and beautiful. She has the vision. She sees things others don't and knows how to make them visible to everybody. She did it with me, too. She teased out things I was only vaguely aware of. She always saw me in the best possible light.
My wife is awesome, you guys. As soon as I reactivate this, this is going to become like an electrical labyrinth or obstacle course.
Probably.
Okay, I should be able to figure this out.
Yeah, 3 switches. I just... that is a good guess. I played a video game before.
That was so complicated.
Yeah, if you're gonna put ammo boxes at every turn, you might as well give me unlimited ammo.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. The game really likes to throw ammo at you just by still pretending to be a survival game.
This is reminding me of that one level in Heavy Rain. Because it's in the same kind of location, I guess, not really because it has any kind of connection.
I think I might drop out because it's getting pretty late here.
Yeah.
Nearly 4 now.
I'll probably stop eventually.
Eventually. Alan Wake has got you forever.
I don't know. Where do I go?
So yeah, I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay, good night.
Alright, thanks for streaming, Ragny.
You're welcome. How do I get out of here? There's a door. Where do I go now? Oh wait, I walked past my objective. Not sure, I'm trying to get out of here, and it looked like there was only one path. But I'm not seeing where I have to go from the other side of this. You could climb that shit. Guess that's not part of the game. Okay, maybe that's just not where I have to go. Let's try somewhere else. Oh, okay. That's probably
You have no idea how badly you're screwed. It's gonna be a blast to watch you find out.
I just feel like
Wanna
you're
get hit by
taunting me without really anything to. Did they just get darkness thing. There are grenades that don't really do shit, because I don't think a single one got me. Oh look, he's on a big building. I mean, a big screen. Right. Is that light actually hurting them? I think so. Can I enter this building? Maybe? Nope. Guess I should just run to my objective. Remember when the first area was sort of open? Yeah. Forget about that. That was way too complicated and it was not really well done. Let's just go back to being linear.
It's so nice in the dark. I can smell
There
you.
was a light switch thing. Where did I do
I
it?
can smell you out.
There we go.
No, don't.
Hold on.
It's not. It's you.
Wait, couldn't you
Did-
just point your
you help
flashlight at
me?
her? Why did
Looks
you
like
need the
you're feeling better
neon?
now.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened.
Thank you so much for bringing me back
guy.
to reality.
Before you say anything, I know I look like him, but I'm not.
Don't worry. You just don't feel anything like he does. He was in my head. I feel like I need to take 50 showers.
Where is he?
That asshole wanted to get into the projector booth. He was talking about fixing things so the sun never comes up. God, it didn't seem that weird when he was saying it. It sounded really good at the time.
You weren't yourself. The projector booth. That sounds about right.
Oh, so we...
I need to get in there.
I have the access code for the door. Here.
Thanks.
You saved me.
I'm
Here,
just glad
take
you showed up
key.
now. He said he'd be back after he'd arranged for some security.
Did me or did she not actually have an item in her hand when she did that? Also, I get we actually have a sense of what the stakes are. She... Apparently, Mr. Scratch is trying to make the sun disappear. Or never come back. So hey, an actual thing that happens. An actual objective, goal for the villain. Fucking hooray.
Do you feel up to telling me what's going on here?
We have an art exhibition here, supposed to open tomorrow. I'm the curator. My name's Serena Valdivia.
Alan Wake.
Holy shit, it is you.
Oh,
I didn't...
fuck's sake.
I mean, I've seen you on the big screen. I know your wife.
You know Alice? Wait. Big screen.
Yeah, we have a film from her here. What the hell happened to you?
Getting back to Alice.
Oh, God, yeah, sorry. It's quite a coincidence that you're here. She made this short film. I mean, she shot it years ago. You're in it. It's a part of the exhibition.
I'm in a film?
Yeah, it's like...
Gee, my
I mean,
successful
it's just
life
footage
even
she
gets
shot
me
of you
into a
at some
film.
point,
I am
but she turned
such
it
a
into this
pressured author.
thing. It's almost like a memorial of sorts, because, you know, you're supposed to be dead, or something.
Wow, Alice loves him so much that she made a film about him.
How's Alice? Is she alright?
She's okay, I guess, all things considered. I know her pretty well. You're really Alan? I can't believe you're here. Nobody knows what happened to you. But there are people who say they've seen you.
That wasn't me. He just looks the same. Like, you know.
Yeah, but that guy's a lot more slimy. The thought of him makes me... I hate him, but there's something about him, this... God, he's so creepy. Anyway, you're not like him. At all. I hope you can stop him.
You're the good Alan Wake, not the evil, sexy... Okay, so what do I do now? Right, there's a page. Must be outside. Yeah, it's gotta be behind the building.
My writer's block got worse. I didn't sleep much anymore. My life with Alice seemed like a constant fight. I was a wreck. Alice took steps. She booked a vacation in Bright Falls, a small town in Washington. It was supposed to be a chance to break out of the cycle I was in. She didn't know about the darkness in Cauldron Lake.
I played the previous game, and I don't think many people who are gonna pick this up will pick this up without playing the previous game. You don't have to do this. Hello, me. Oh wait, this is the taunting message that I actually skipped in the first area, cause I didn't feel like listening to that again. So yeah, Mr. Scratch just kills a dude cause he's evil. We don't even know who that dude is. Doesn't matter. He just decides to kill a dude.
Ha!
I got it.
That's the security system? I guess it was too much to hope for an alarm and a fat rent-a-killer.
What? So is the whole building a physics object now? Shadow dudes until the thing stops. Assuming that's the gameplay mechanic here. I am seeing so many of those new enemy types and it's improved combat. I can see why this was a feature on the Steam page. Damn, new weapons. Several kinds of shotguns that don't really feel different. Oh, you know what? I am a fucking retard. I need to read that UI more often. Yeah, I gotta destroy these things apparently. I can't Kippy gave us an explanation of what's going on at the beginning of the stream. Like, this is all Alan Wake's writing a story about himself somehow. I don't show my weight. Also, if the game actually intends to explain things to me itself, I think I'll let it. Alan Wake is pretty much a self-insert story. The first one was like that.
The champion of light can feel the fragment of the signal in his pocket, the weapon that can change what will be. It's incomplete, but it's all he has.
What are you talking about? Okay, so it was late at night. The summer was almost over. What? Match scene. Okay, late at night. 9 p.m. would be late at night for some people. That's not late at night. There we go, that's late at night. Summer was almost over. Is there a calendar here? Let's not even like let me choose the month and maybe the hour to make it this an interesting puzzle. Let's just make it 2-button press every time. Oh boy.
Oh, hell, this isn't going right. You've been up to something, haven't you? Too bad it's not gonna do any good. I'm a better you than you ever will be, and I've got all the time in the world. Everything you've got's going to be mine. Your life. Your wife! What are you gonna do about it? The sun's never coming up now. I can keep this up forever. Show yourself! Whatever you say, buddy.
I think when you make that hand gesture, people expect knives to come out of it. You don't just make it. You
The rush of darkness is unstoppable. Time itself twists and tears, sweeping the champion of light back with its dark currents. Again, he enters the world, but now he sees the trap for what it is, a maze that loops back into itself.
I'm here again. He sent me back.
You're shitting me. Well, that takes recycling assets to a whole new level. I think there's a page here.
In Bright Falls, I was constantly under attack by birds that were more shadow than flesh and feathers. But this is an evolution. Some of the Taken were actually capable of turning into a flock of birds to escape my attacks and turning back into human form to make surprise attacks.
Oh, so now the birds and the shadow dudes can be one. Great. I liked it better in that one DLC where the birds were actually copies of his book. I actually thought that was kind of funny. Then they kept respawning and respawning and respawning those goddamn bird bugs, and it got really aggravating.
lights again. What the hell?
You just read the goddamn page that explained the fucking thing. Stop being like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Is there something I can do to fight them? Because neither light nor gun works. I just leave. Yeah, I'm half reading everything you write, Malik, and all I'm reading, all I'm getting is Alan Wake does stuff because plot. Yeah, the gun sure looks like it's working.
Emma? You here?
It's barely a parody of the Twilight Zone parodies. I mean, these things, I don't know. That's not how they worked. They were much more silly than this. And they were completely nonsensical. This is just...
Wow, it is you. I guess all of it really happened.
You remember me?
Kind of. I felt weird all day, like I could almost remember a dream I had, and then, just before sunset, I remembered the page.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go get those things again.
Not all of them. I went out and got them. Well, most of them. I felt stupid at first, but then it was getting dark, and those things started showing up, and one of them made off with the battery. It ran into the railroad tunnel. There was no way I was gonna follow him in there. Sorry.
It's good you didn't. You should be careful. I mean, really careful.
Yeah, I kinda remember something. Something bad happened to me, didn't it?
Yeah, you kinda died.
Get it. It doesn't have to happen again, okay? Just do what I say.
Yeah, okay. God, this is too weird. Am I going crazy here? Just go get that battery.
This is it. Oh, I so want to hear that.
Try to stay calm. You're perfectly sane. We're caught in a time loop. That's why this is happening again.
I believe you. God, I feel like I might just lose it any second now. How come you're not freaking out over this?
Because on my personal weird shit-o-meter, this just doesn't rate.
Look, I know something happened to me before...
You're gonna be okay, if you just keep cool, okay? Thanks for getting this stuff for me. It's a big help.
I hope so. Are you gonna make everything blow up at the oil field again?
I have to.
Well, whatever the hell else you might be, at least you're not boring.
What's the definition of insanity again?
Just the battery. That'll save time.
Yeah, except apparently it's in a different place. That might be twice as long. You don't know. Where's that page? I think it's inside the building and I don't have the key. So never mind. Yeah, it's right there, I see it. Can't get to it. They're all gonna be inside buildings I can't enter. Yeah. I guess I should have picked them up earlier when I was here and I had all the keys.
Night Springs doesn't exist. It's a fictional town from the TV show I used to work on. It was Any Place USA, a place we used as a backdrop for whatever strange story we had that week. One of the stories I wrote for the show involved a man, the champion of light, fighting his evil double, the herald of darkness. It was something I'd written back in the real world, something I had a link to, a framework I could build on. I had adapted it into a new story. This story.
Hey, look, it's even Alan Wake recycles stupid shit he'd done before. This is all very meta. Alan Wake tries to be so meta sometimes, it's just painful. Let's just smash the fourth wall with a giant bulldozer.
Well, this should be perfectly safe.
Thank you, Alan Wake. There isn't gonna be a cave-in that's gonna make me do a whole path around, right?
Now I just need her to charge this up.
Right, game. Looks like just spiders. Come on, just walk over them. Fucking rider. Yes, spiders, I can see that. Come on. Page.
Now Night Springs is in Arizona, although not for long. It's in Arizona because whatever the town that has become Night Springs is really called is located near one of the thin, worn places in the world where dreams and reality flow together and life is always a little strange. Perfect analogy for Night Springs.
No, you pulled that one out of your ass.
I can't return to the real world. I've tried, but I'm operating on dream logic, forcing the door open a crack so I can slip through. I can enter the strange little town of Night Springs. All I did was put it in Arizona for one night.
No, you're just putting... You don't... Oh, fuck's sake.
Found the battery.
Okay, I'll charge it. Here. Try not to get killed.
Okay. I'm gonna take care of this. Try to stay calm.
Look, what if you stay here with me, please?
I'm sorry, but if I don't deal with this, no one else will.
Yeah, I guess. It's just that this is getting really creepy. I believe this is real, but I don't understand and...
Hey lady, don't you
I'm
have
getting
guns?
scared.
You can defend
I
yourself.
can't
You don't
believe you're
need
so
Alan
calm.
Wake.
I get scared, but I've had a lot of time to get used to it. That helps.
Look, you have a nail gun right here. Just use that. Worked perfectly fine for me. Bird dude. So don't they just not attack as birds now? Because that's not a new enemy type. That's just... I don't get it. eventually die? Because if they do, it doesn't even look like they're taking damage. They are. It's just kind of hard to tell.
I don't make friends easily. I know plenty of people, but I don't let most of them close. I've known Barry Wheeler ever since we were little boys. We had the time of our lives. I'd get us in trouble, and he'd talk us out of it. Things haven't changed that much now that we're grown-ups. He's the most loyal and dependable person I've ever met, and all the things that count anyway. You could call him a weasel, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong. You could call him a clown, and I would reluctantly agree. But he has never let me down.
He is such a loyal friend, then, that he completely forgot about me when I disappeared and decided to not care and manage other people. That's what the radio says. I'm not unlikable, I'm just dark and mysterious. I'm not a piece of shit, I just don't make friends easily. Yeah, I did play the DLC for the first game. You can know all about this by looking at my Twitter. Christ, there's a lot of dudes. Why are there so many dudes here? You had to respawn me here. I thought I would have enjoyed shooting Barry to death, but then the boss fight went on for way too fucking long. Wait. Which one was that? Did I just pick up a page and the game didn't register it? But every time I picked up pages before, it just remembered it and it wouldn't make them reappear after I die and I get to a checkpoint. Derp, why did you buy Indigo Prophecy? It's a horrible game and it's dumb. It's David Cage at its worst. I'm getting tired of this. I'll try one more time, and if I die, I think I'll just stop here because it's getting late. Remember that you picked it up. So one does that. Yeah, I don't really like Heavy Rain, but I have lots of complaints about it. Like, at least it looks okay. It looks better than... It's not completely visually ridiculous in some parts. Yeah, Indigo Prophecy has probably one of the most token sex scenes. It's like male protagonist and female protagonist are together in a place. Let's just have sex. Like, what? They barely know each other. I kinda wish I still had a flare. That made this doable. Come on, just dodge, you dumb rider. Fuck, no! Okay. That's enough. Thank you for watching this horrible thing. I don't know how far in the game I am, though looking at how it looks, I assume I just have to do every area once again. Then maybe they'll throw in a last boss fight thing. So I guess I'll pick this up another day. Try to continue. In any case, this is the end for tonight. Good night. Thank you for watching.